I managed to pass 2 phase 1 and 2 phase 2 evaluations this week trading Euro USD, GBP USD and gold. Now in this video I'm going to be showing you my exact strategy that I utilised to gain these profits. So without further ado, let's get straight into the trade breakdowns. Now the first position that we took that allowed me to pass a phase 1 evaluation in just one trade was this GBP USD short. Now this was 2.61 RR, which means I was risking about over just 3% on this trade. Now for me this was a confluenced highly backed trade. Now for this, what I was looking for was this resistance zone right here. Now initially we came to this zone and we broke above minorly. Now I was looking on 4H at this wick and I was saying, okay, look, we've been rallying for quite a bit. Now I think we need a pullback to grab some more liquidity if we want to push it up higher. So in this case, I was looking at this liquidation above this high. Then I was waiting for some market structure to shift in this resistance level, which was already formed here, which we previously broke down from. Now from here, we broke lower, which was about here. Now I didn't enter at this point, I entered about here. So once we were looking on the lower time frames, we could see that we were breaking lower shifting market structure here. Then once we tapped into here, we formed a nice lower high, which was here. Now from here, we could see that we were struggling from this resistance zone. Then once we also broke market structure here. Now once we were in this resistance zone, we found this nice minor resistance zone here. Then we suddenly started breaking down. Right here, I was looking at an anticipation of a market structure shift, which was right there. And obviously this is what we got. Now from here, we came back up into a bit of drawdown and also rejected off this high. We then broke down again, also grabbing a little bit of liquidity to push it back up, then to also sell it off again. Then from here, we started melting off massively. My SL was placed just above this wick, which was initially a liquidation wick, allowing me to have that little bit extra room. Now my TP was placed at this support zone here, also aligning with my profit target on this challenge. Now this was perfectly executed as we sold off in just under 17 hours and we didn't necessarily need to have a major pullback during this sell-off. So it was pretty nice and quick for this position to pass me my phase 1 evaluation, and this isn't the only position that allowed me to pass a phase 1. Let's get straight into it. Now this was the second position that I took that also allowed me to pass a phase 1 evaluation, and this was on gold. This position was primarily taken on this bullish market structure that we had on gold, and what I was basically looking at was this clean break and retest, which was here. Now I initially wanted to buy here, but I felt it was too risky considering we have tapped into this zone multiple times already. So what I waited for was a breakout to the upside and a small retracement for me to catch on to the continuation. My SL was just below the support zone and my TP was at my profit target to pass the account. Price massively broke up, then retraced into this zone cleanly, also took another break to the upside, which was here, then continued on pushing up, allowing me to pass my phase 1 evaluation. Now this trade on Euro USD allowed me to pass my phase 2 evaluation in one singular trade, and this was primarily based off of this key support zone that we had here. Now price was ultimately bullish. I was anticipating a continuation to the upside, but with this I was waiting for price to hold momentum and allow it to shift market structure before I entered for buys. And this is exactly what happened. We came into this zone, we started forming higher lows, and we shifted a little bit market structure with this volume imbalance, and that allowed me to say, okay, I'm anticipating a fill of this volume imbalance whilst we're looking at forming higher lows, which was here. So I entered at this low time frame break of structure entry with my SL just below structure, which was here. So if I knew if it broke down, it would stop me out. Then my TP was at a 1 to 2, which was just to pass the account. So I was risking about 2.5% because whenever I trade phase 2s, I aim to pass in one trade, and that's just how I trade. 2.5% with a 1 to 2 risk to reward. That's what I do every time, or aim to do every time, and this is what happened. Okay, so price massively rallied up, we came back in and retraced here, and then we continued to break structure here, allowing me to hit profit target and TP, and that allowed me to pass the account on phase 2. Now the fourth and final trade that allowed me to pass my other phase 2 evaluation was this GBP USD long. Now this was a clean break and retest entry of this primary bullish market structure, which we were forming high lows and higher highs, which is clear bullish market structure, and we came back into here and tapped into this key support zone. Now once I saw that we were on the lower time frame forming higher lows after finding support nicely here, I then saw a market structure shift here, and then it allowed me to get an entry at this support zone here. Now I entered at the break of structure entry on the lower time frame, which was here, and then I placed support just below the support support zone and structure, allowing me to have room for my 1 to 2 rifts reward, which would be to pass the phase 2 evaluation, which was just up here, which would also align perfectly where I would have been taking it anyway if I was trading my funded accounts with this position, which I actually wasn't, because obviously the market's a bit crazy at the moment with it being Christmas time, so I'm more focused on challenge accounts at the moment and leaving my funded accounts till after. Then I had my take profit up here, which was the 5% profit target, allowing me to pass my phase 2 evaluation. Now what happened on this position was it broke up and massively shifted this structure here. It came back in and tapped in, and then also broke this structure here, nicely broke up and hit TP there. So guys, I hope these trade breakdowns made sense for you all. And for those who are skeptical, here's my phase 1 evaluation here and here. Now I only have one of my phase 2 certificates already, as the minimum trading days are still yet to be done, but here's one of my phase 2 certificates, and also here's the dashboard for the other account. Now all these trades were taken on my QT funded evaluations, one of the leading prop firms in the space right now. So if you're looking to purchase your own evaluation accounts and do the same thing I did, make sure to use the code TSFX at checkout with the link in the description. Currently this discount will get you 50% off on any evaluation, a free account of the same size when you pass, and 100% refund on payout. It sounds perfect, and it is, so make sure you get your accounts loaded up. And I'm also continuously giving away accounts in my Discord, so if you're not in that already, make sure to join for free with the link below. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. This really helps me out and allows me to do more videos like these. Have a great Christmas, and I'll see you guys in the next one.